Hi, my name is Kirk Chisholm, principal of Innovative Advisor Group and host of the popular podcast Money Tree Investing. Every week on our show, we grill up Wall Street's sacred cows, skewer the pigs, and roast the mainstream media hams. Most shows tell you what to think. We teach you how to think about investing. We want you to be smarter investors. We'll show you how to do that every Wednesday and Friday. Now, we've entered a precarious period of time in the global economy. Most investors don't see it because their preferred news source doesn't see it. We're entering a paradigm shift of epic proportions. Everything you think you know about investing will be proven wrong. Yeah, go ahead, laugh at the last statement. But remember when bonds are safe? Remember when diversification worked? Remember when the Fed would come to our rescue? Everything is going to change. Last year at President's Week, I talked about risk management and investing half-truths and how they can cause you to lose money if you're not careful. We all have assumptions that we make about investing. What if your assumptions are wrong? How would you know? Who would you ask? This year, I'll be talking about an epic paradigm shift going on that will shock you and the markets. If you think the markets are bad now, wait till the markets understand this new paradigm shift is actually going to happen and how it's going to impact your wealth. Most of you have probably noticed over the last few years that something's not quite right. Politics have gotten more adversarial. People of one party are hunting people from another party. Both parties want to force you to give up your freedoms in the name of public good. And there's a big increase in public violence. Oh, and I haven't even gotten to the US's problems yet. This is not just happening in the US, it's happening everywhere. It's kind of like the whole world has gone mad. A few years ago, I pondered the idea of what I would do if I was going to leave the country to protect myself and my family. Where would I go? Well, SpaceX might be an option. I'm not that adventurous. The first countries that came to mind were Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. And then COVID hit, and I realized they're all worse than the US. We all know what happened in Canada with Canadian truckers. Australia and New Zealand are halfway around the world, but they didn't react any more favorably to COVID than we did here in North America. They make Edward Snowden's country of choice look good in comparison. If you feel like I do, and you're left scratching your head about what to do if things get bad here in the US, if that's the case, you need to attend President's Week. This is one of the big topics that's going to be discussed. There are big global risks politically, economically, and socially. There are going to be speakers at the conference to dive into each of those areas to help you protect yourself through this paradigm shift. This conference is easily my favorite of the year. It is deliberately set up to be an intimate gathering of speakers and attendees, so that the attendees can actually talk with the speakers and ask the questions they really want to know. The conference is kept small, so there's an ample opportunity for the speakers and attendees to meet and talk. You'll be surprised at who you can meet. For example, last year I had an opportunity to have a small dinner with Ron Paul and a number of attendees. He just came over my table and sat down. It was kind of cool, right? Well, I can't disclose the big names yet that are attending this year's small gathering, but I can tell you that you'll know their names. Some of them are in the news, but not always favorably, which means they're probably doing something right. But maybe it's just not aligned with the current narrative in the media. These are people who are well prepared for what's coming in the next 5 to 10 years. Wouldn't you want to learn from people like that? Well, now's your chance. You have a limited opportunity to get your seat with this special gathering. The seating is limited. Don't wait for the Fed to bail you out. Sign up today to prepare yourself for the coming decade.